Om Shanti, everyone. Welcome to The Next Normal. I'm your host, Sister Jenna. Today we're talking about being able to deal with circumstances and situations I can't change. I don't have any more control over it. It has its own story already preordained and pre-written. And on many spiritual paths and with many life coaches and many self-development trainings, we've all known by now that we're in control of the way that we need to feel, not want to feel, need to feel. In life, we make plans. I remembered when I was a little girl, and your aunties would ask you, what do you want to be when you grow up? This. And on many levels, there were certain things that have definitely played out from when I was a little girl and what I thought I wanted to do. And it's interesting. At 4 years old, I was so clear that I told my auntie, when I grow up, I want to bring everyone to God who's not happy. I just can't believe that came out of me now. That's what I told her. At the time, my mother was going through some emotional and mental challenges. And I remembered witnessing her going through those stages. And I used to say, just want to bring everyone to God. They'll be happy. They won't go through that. Well, as you can see, it did turn out that way. But there are other things that have occurred in my life that I would not have wanted anyway. But it happened. There was nothing I could do to change it. It happened. It just did. Sometimes we are always, when you look at life, you're always in the right place at the right time. Whether it's earning fortune or really amplifying your fortune, making that right guess, or maybe losing fortune. Being at that intersection of the road when that car did not stop at the red light. In 1 second, everything changes for you. It could be just that one word that came out of your mouth and it changed your relationship with your mother, father, teacher, sister, brother, best friend, boss, lover, partner, business partner. At one word that you spoke changed the entire story for you, and there's nothing you can do to control it or make it different. And no matter how much you try to beat your head over it, why did I say that? Why did that happen? Now what am I going to do? No matter how much you keep thinking of your why and what, it distresses your spirit. If I find myself in that situation, I usually check the emotions. What I have learned in the teachings of the Brahma Kumaris Raj Yoga, philosophy and spiritual practice and spiritual guidance, if I'm ever disturbed, if I ever feel peaceless, unhappy, disheartened, I'm not able to like somebody, it's me, it's something in me that is being triggered from a past memory. One day I was in Baba's room where many of our students have homes, and they've made sure they've planted a Baba's room in their homes. And in all of the Brahma Kumaris 9,000 centers, you will always have a Baba's room that you can go to. That place where you download your emotions and feelings and find clarity. So one day I'm in Baba's room and I'm talking to Baba about something that I'm a little bit struggling with. It had to do with ethics, morals, values, the responsibility of leaders, and they're here to uplift and help humanity to get on track. And for quite some time, I was quite disturbed by the integrity and the behavior of leadership. It had almost paralyzed me. I even stopped writing. I just couldn't put truth on paper because I was feeling so disturbed by the behavior of the other. And I processed it. And I called a very good amount of close friends who had similar experiences but couldn't find the answer through their voices. And then one person said something to me, and I said, "That's it, thank you," and I hung up. It was that one understanding as to my why I was feeling what I was feeling. That was all I needed. Similarly, there are certain events, situations, circumstances that we will all go through that leaves an unpleasant remembrance, an unpleasant feeling inside of the soul, because it's somewhere in the past. The time I sat in my Baba's room and I was talking to Baba about how I was feeling, it was very clear that the personality in me and in you, all of us in the world, there is a frequency, there is an accumulation of a pattern inside of the soul's personality where it has become very attached to people, to events, to experiences, and it travels with the soul for birth after birth after birth. And I really highly invite you to think about the concept of reincarnation or rebirthing, or maybe I should do a whole week of reincarnation for you to kind of understand its depth and perhaps its possibility to liberate you from feeling hopeless. Because reincarnation says you might have another chance to do better. And so what happens is that whenever you have lost your peace, happiness, love, the energy of purity, which forgives and lets go, when those energies get sort of merged, forgotten in your personality, that energy of attachment increases, because the soul has to experience something. If it's not in its embodied state of experience, which is love, peace, purity, truth, and joy, that's what Brahma Kumaris is teaching. If it's the opposite of that, algae, anger, lust, greed, attachment, and ego, whatever isn't going your way, you're going to get disturbed because of algae, not because of the original qualities of the soul. I want you to take a moment and think about that. Love, peace, purity, truth, and joy are not emotions. They are your power. It's who you are. It's who 8 billion of us actually are. And when that energy in the soul starts to wane because of time and because of so many lifetimes of experiences, automatically another energy grows, kind of like weed in grass. It just starts to come through. Anger, lust, greed, attachment, ego. Opposite of anger, peace. Opposite of lust, purity. Opposite of greed, joy and contentment. Opposite of attachment, love. Opposite of ego, truth, self-worth, self-esteem. So there are certain situations that will occur in your life that you feel it's not going your way, but actually what's happening, the situations are going to occur with or without you. The drama is fixed. The drama is preordained. The drama comes with its own script, and it's basically looking for the actors to come and play an incredible part. The actor isn't writing the script. The script's already written. And so here you are in the script of life, and there are things that are just unfolding, and your anger, lust, greed, attachment, and ego says, it's not right, it feels wrong, it shouldn't be like this, how could they do this, this shouldn't have happened, what is going on? And you can spend so much thought energy on that way of behaving internally and totally forget, well, apparently you've got an issue. Forget what's now happening outside. You have an issue. Now, here's another way to look at the situation. The situation has happened outside of you. It's not what you wanted. I want something else. Maybe this is what love, peace, purity, truth, and joy will do. It'll think first. Maybe there's benefit here. It's always going to take the high road. Maybe there's benefit here. What is mine to do? What does love want in this scene? More than likely it wants you to let go. That's usually what love wants, because love is such a liberating power. And if you're in that energy, that frequency, that personality, even if the situation isn't working out, for some reason, there's an innate wisdom in you that says, there's benefit in the scene, you'll see. Wait and see. There is benefit. So what do you do when you can't control a situation that's totally out of your hands? Turn to your original nature of the soul. Love, peace, purity, truth, joy. Approach the situation with that attitude and do what you have to do to make things right. You're coming from internally a right place, so obviously the response that you give to the outside will be right. It'll be right in terms of there'll be some kind of understanding, some awareness that you will capture in you. It won't disturb your inner world, your interior kingdom of the soul. The moment your inner kingdom is shaking, imagine your world is under attack by a foreign enemy. Anger, lust, greed, attachment, ego. Always remember that. On the outside, they might not do it right at all. But on your inside, where your real world is, you better make sure love, peace, purity, truth, and joy is your response in your transformation. Dealing with the situation with grace and poise and dignity. Humbling yourself. Realizing no man is an island. And that change has to occur whether you're ready for it or not. Daddy Janki, who passed away a few years ago, one of our icons in the Brahma Kumaris, a powerful resource. No matter what you do, keep your peace. No matter what you go through, keep your peace. Possible? It is an aim. Why not? Go for it. You don't know if you've not tried. Let's take a few moments to take a breath of peace together before we go to our awakened intelligence and take a look at what I'm saying, if it makes any sense. But just think about it. There's certain things that you just won't be able to change, and you turn to love, and love says it's going to be okay. Accept what is. If it's disturbing you, talk to friends. Work it out. Journal. Write it down. What is happening? Anything that is disturbing your spirit, it's from algae. I'm not saying that sometimes the algae isn't significant in your life. It is. Sometimes the algae is the storm that comes into your life to move you forward, to build anew once again. And we all know what it must be like for a foreign enemy to launch an attack on your land. In the same way, when you have thoughts of dislike for anyone, it's an attack on your land. In the same way that if you are jealous, critical, judgmental, if you are trapped in comparison of souls or of yourself, you've invited a foreign invasion in your land, in your inner kingdom. And of course there's going to be the casualty. Happiness is going to get hit. Peace will get hit. Your love might end up getting compromised because of your focus on the areas of things you cannot change. Somebody one day waking up and saying, I want a divorce. I'm done with this relationship. I can't change being called into the office by my boss or supervisor that it's my last day at work. I can't change it. I can't change that in-law or relative who looks at me with no love in their eyes and I live with them. I can't change their feelings for me. Hearing a diagnosis of a health crisis in the midst of a high time in my life, you have to say, I can't change that circumstance. It's not for me to change. I might have to go for a loan because I just don't have enough money to pay these bills. I can't change the situation that I'm in at this moment, and if I let those situations into me, it's going to affect my inner kingdom. And so I need to remember the situations and circumstances outside of me. It's connected to a multitude of factors. The vibrations of the stars, the planets and how they're aligned, the vibrations of the environment, of the collective energy of others, the karma of the land, of that nation, and then my own personal karmas. But what I have full control over is to be able to change the way I actually see the situation and come from the place of my spiritual integrity. Love, peace, purity, truth, and joy. And that should be a commitment we all make to ourselves. I have complete control of my inner kingdom. inner world. And the more I take care of it, the better it gets. Take a moment and sit in this reality. You've got to get your mind to recognize I am in charge of the way I choose to think and feel, and that is destiny. It's preordained. You practice it every single day of your life. True, right? Let's go to our awakened intelligence and see if I've made any sense whatsoever. What's needed to cope with things we can't change? Coping with things we can't change requires cultivating inner resilience, acceptance, and the right mindset. Number 1, acceptance. Number 2, reframe your perspective. Try to find another way of looking at it. What I love is there's benefit in this. Cultivate mindfulness, meditate so that you can be truthful to yourself. I like that. Avoid dwelling on the past or worrying excessively about the future. Huge. 4, focus on your response. While you may not control events, you can control your reactions. 5, strengthen your support system. 6, you've got to develop resilience. Build mental and emotional strength by facing challenges and viewing setbacks as opportunities for growth. Remind yourself of past difficulties you've already overcome. 7, practice gratitude. Always helps. 8, engage in self-care. 9, seek professional help if it just can't stop. 10, find meaning. 11, let go. That's what love will do. By practicing some of these steps, you can navigate a challenging circumstance with great peace and resilience. Yes, why not? Why not? All right, let's go to Sister Gita effect and take a little bit of more wisdom in.
If there's not love and mutual respect in relationship, they take you down. And in order to come up, make that relationship with divine, the supreme, so that your relationships can improve. The experience of God's love restores faith in God. It's entitled Love is Forever. So, the experience of God's love restores faith in God. However, for this faith to be powerful, it needs to be based not just on feelings and experience, but also on a clear understanding of the true nature of the self, God, and life. This makes the soul worthy and powerful. God gives us such deep, powerful love that this love becomes eternal. It is never destroyed. It can never be reduced. Our love should remain eternal based on this understanding. Om Shanti.
Thank you, Sister Gita. Today's blessing and elevated thoughts for your mind. With your powerful mind, do the service of giving good wishes to souls. When your mind has developed the natural practice of having good wishes and pure feelings, your mind will then remain busy doing good. You will then automatically move away from any upheaval of your mind. Sometimes you now become a little disheartened in your efforts, but that will no longer happen for you, because there is now for you the magic mantra, good wishes and pure feelings. That is you. All right, did everybody enjoy the session today? Any thoughts, any questions, any feelings? Sonia C. says, good morning, Sonia C. Thank you for being such a blessing in our daily lives. Thank you for being here. If you guys weren't here, I wouldn't be here. So Ed, thanks for the good show. Rashmi, thanks, excellent. Lily, Om Shanti, thank you. It made perfect sense. Kinnari, Raj, Divya Aurora, and yes, please do a series on reincarnation. That would be so cool. Dinesh Chowdhury, thanks for such a good show. Jokes Guru, Manmohan, Om Shanti, thanks for your great show always. I love to listen to your show always. Thanks again. Kailash, Om Shanti, good morning, Rank, Lilawati, Travelqua, Love Sea Soul, Jackie Woodside, Sharda Mere Baba Gimere. I love the names on these handles. Gigi. Tulis Kumari, Suman, Indu Neha, Suman Annette, and Joanne. Thank you guys. Hi Dr. K. Experience of God's love, restore faith in God. Hey Dr. K, I was looking at your gift to me this morning. The Nassau calendar. Looks so good. So good. Okay, everyone. So, things are just going to occur around you that might not always be the best, but kind of stay very committed in not letting go of your love, peace, purity, truth, and joy, in using that as much as you can in your life than anger, lust, greed, attachment, ego. So the whole teachings of Raj Yoga meditation, when you come to Raj Yoga meditation, this is very strong in our nature. Through spiritual knowledge that I'm giving every day, through your connection to God's love that I'm reminding you of every day, through being very conscientious to perform good deeds, good wishes, pure feelings in your endeavors will always make you feel things are easy. Always. So what's happening with the conscious energy in the soul, Algae, is getting overwhelmed by the original love of the self, your original nature. Thanks so much for joining us today. I hope something resonated for you, that you feel like you're just a little bit more optimistic about life's unfolding, and you're stronger inside. You keep making amends. All right. Be gentle with yourself. Be clear. Be honest with your emotions, even if it turns out that you're not doing so good. Be honest. That's where God comes in and helps you, man. And keep doing good deeds. Keep doing service. Eventually, things just have a way of balancing out. Thanks so much for joining us. Remember, keep practicing to love. Sorry. See, there's certain things you can't control. But keep practicing to love everybody the same. Have a fantastic day. Take care.